Hi everybody! Okay, it has been a while since I posted a video update, but getting back to filming, I've got some things to get done today, so I'm gonna skip the long intro. Um, Here's a quick shot of what you guys missed. We did some logging up on my property, dropped a bunch of trees. I've been working on delimbing them, bucking them into logs, and moving them to my sawmill. Um, it's a mess up there. But we have a couple other maintenance-y things we have to do today before I can get back to work on that. So come with me. We're gonna do a little bit of work on the Snowgo, and we're gonna work on the ATV, and then hopefully I'm gonna get up to the property and do some work on the sawmill. So stick with me. All right. Well, one of the things I am learning is a challenge for me doing this kind of work alone is the heavy lifting, and specifically with these logs. So I am trying to move logs that are anywhere between 10 and 16 foot to the sawmill to be milled into lumber. And my trees aren't that small, and it's green. So they're pretty heavy. I've been using the SnoGo on the snow to move most of them, but I was trying to move one that was a little bit too big, and I broke my tow bar. So luckily, great friend, Sideways Alaska, Brandon McGuire, thank you so much for getting this fixed and welded for me. But I'm gonna have to cut the plastic to get this back on here. So we're gonna get this reinstalled so we can get back to work on that. Perfect. Okay, we got one side in. Looks like he had to bend this bar back into shape, and we're at about 4 inches. I'm gonna have to try and bend this back in. Hopefully I can get it back in there. And my butt is getting wet. Oh, so wet. Of course you do. Of course. I wonder. Oh, shit. Soaked. Okay, you guys. 3 hours later, I finally have this tow bar on here. It looks good. It's nice and solid, but that's some heavy duty steel to bend. And it's a pretty tight groove that it's supposed to fit inside of. And so I had to use a series of ratchet straps to pull the ends together and get it into place, and then the holes just would not want to line up. I had to take a break from it at one point, go take the dog for a walk because I was fed up. But finally got it done. I got really wet on the ground, so now I'm a little chilly. So I took a little break inside, ate some food, but I only have one step left here, and that is to tap some holes to put the hitch back on. So I'm gonna get that done, and then one project done today. I had a lot more I was gonna do today. Don't know how much I'm gonna get done. Nothing is ever easy, unfortunately. Even the things that should have been easy. 4 bolts. It was just 4 bolts to put this thing on. Should have been 15-minute project. Well, I guess I learned my lesson. So, let's see here. That's too narrow. There's the big one. So I have these titanium bits. This is pretty heavy steel, but that should be able to go through it. I'm going to be using the battery-powered DeWalt. If that won't hack it, then I'm going to have to fire up the generator and get out the hammer drill, which is just a whole extra process. I got to find extension cords and all that. But let's see if we can drill through this with this guy. Okay. It's going to take a while. So the original round bar is still attached, and then he sleeved it with another bar. So there's a lot of metal I got to get through. Just going to go little bits at a time so my drill doesn't overheat, but here. I'm making progress. All right, through one side. Okay, got through one side. My feet are going to sleep. Hi, Timber. Come here. Okay, on to the next project. This ATV has been giving me problems ever since I got back here in September. I had a friend borrow it for the latter part of last summer, and he took it on a ride, and it did get swamped in the mud pretty deep. So I'm not sure if that's an indicator, or a, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess a cause of what's going on with it. But there's some sediment in the gas tank, and the idle jet keeps getting plugged. At least that's what I'm thinking. I put a whole new carburetor in this thing, and I keep tuning that carburetor in, and I'll get it perfect. It's running great. And then let it sit for about a week or so, and when I fire it up, it doesn't want to hold idle again. And so what I'm going to do is, hi buddy, we're going to pull the gas tank off, and I'm going to drain the tank and clean it out. But in order to get it cleaned out, unfortunately, I can't dump it from the top because there's a lip on the inside here, which means I have to remove the petcock. So hopefully I'm able to get that off and back on without causing leaks in my gas tank. Fingers crossed, nothing ever goes according to plan. And then I gotta pull the carburetor, clean the jets again. I just did that 2 weeks ago, and it's already plugged back up. So let's get to work. Gas tank is about half full too, which really sucks. I'm probably going to end up having to not use all of this gas and make it a little more of a challenge to get it off. Timber, come. Come on. Good girl. Okay. Turn off the gas. Disconnect the gas line. Put that back on so I don't pour it all over myself. remove this boot. And all right, there's my gas tank. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna get the gas that is in here drained out. So and there we go. This is gonna take a minute. I'll be back. Okay. Son of a gun. That one came loose. I'm gonna have to spray that. Okay, well, all of my WD-40 is up at the property in the shed, so I'm gonna see if I can just muscle this guy loose. Let me try a different screwdriver though. Sometimes it's just about having the right size bit. And sometimes they're just stuck. And I do not want to strip this. Well, shoot. That one came loose super easy. Why is nothing ever easy? It's always the stupidest thing too, like a screw or a bolt. Okay, I know I should probably not be using a power drill to get this thing off, but I'm gonna. So, do what you want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Aha! So you don't tell me what to do. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that's filthy. Okay. I guess the next question is, why don't you want to come out? There we go. So, that's my fuel filter. This is the filter for the reserve tank, and I mean, I don't know if you guys can see how much sand and sediment is on those things. So, I don't know how well these filters work. If that sediment is getting into my carburetor, that could be my problem. So, now that that's off, I'm gonna get this tank cleaned out and then I'll bring you guys back, okay? Well, the tank is clean, so time to pull the carburetor again. Vent line. Vent line. Remove the choke. Okay, gotta take, let's move this guy. Take the throttle cover off. This little gasket always falls, so I'm gonna pull that off. And then release the throttle cable. Out of the way. throttle cable's out. Now this is the stupidest part. There's 2 boots on here. One side is a Phillips head screwdriver, and the other side is an Allen wrench. And I hate that. So I'm gonna have to go inside and find an Allen wrench that will loosen the other side, because I don't have one out here. And that, ladies, is how you take off a carburetor. So I'm gonna get some gas out of there, take the bowl off of this, and I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to swap out the jets for the jets that are in the old one. I'm not going to film that part. I'll be back. Okay, well, right now she's purring pretty good. There's still something wrong. I'm having to turn the throttle up to keep it alive. If I turn the throttle down, it wants to die on me. So I still have to figure out what that is. But the carburetor's good. The gas tank is clean. Has a new throttle cable. Has a new air filter. Has new spark plugs. Had an oil change. I'm out of ideas, you guys. If anyone knows, please give me some pointers. I've been toying with the air mixture screw, which is really, really hard to get to on this machine. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Right now I have it set at the factory settings. At least I'm able to run it with the choke off now. I couldn't do that this morning. So we'll see if she works again in a week. So, as you guys can see, doing all this alone is not the easiest, but I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm forcing myself to learn things that, you know, I wouldn't have pushed myself to learn before. I am still learning about small engine machines, and I wish I knew more than I do, but I can definitely take a carburetor apart and put it back together, so that's something. Anyway, it's been a long day. I know. And Miss Timber got hurt earlier, so now she's just being super snuggly. She's not going to be able to do this a whole lot longer, you guys. This girl's going to get big. I'm thinking at least 80 pounds. But she's going to be my co-pilot bear watchdog up there. So she just got some growing to do. Oh, baby. Anyways, you guys, I'm signing off. I did not make it up to the property today, but I plan to tomorrow. So there will be more coming. Bye.